everyone, and welcome to our introduction to the IELTS reading section. Today, we'll explore what this part of the test involves and why it's so important for anyone preparing to study or work in an English-speaking environment. The purpose of the IELTS reading section is to evaluate how well you can understand the main ideas, details, inferences, and the intentions of the writer across various texts. These texts can be academic or relate to everyday life. This part of the test is crucial because it measures your readiness to handle real-life situations where English is used. Now, let's talk about skill application and goals. Preparing for the IELTS reading test does more than just get you ready for the exam. It builds your skills to effectively deal with complex texts you'll encounter in academic and professional settings. These skills are essential because they help you understand and interpret information correctly, which is vital in real-world scenarios. By enhancing your reading skills, you're not only preparing to succeed on the test, but also equipping yourself to thrive in any environment where English is used. This makes your preparation for the IELTS reading section a valuable investment in your future. Let's understand the format of the IELTS reading exam. Knowing this format will help you prepare effectively and manage your time during the test. First, let's talk about the strict timing. You have 60 minutes or 1 hour to complete the entire reading exam. It's crucial to manage your time wisely, as this will allow you to address all the tasks without rushing. Make sure to keep an eye on the clock and pace yourself to finish all sections. Next, consider the question count. There are 40 questions in the exam. These questions cover different types of comprehension and analysis, challenging your ability to understand and interpret the texts. This variety tests your skills thoroughly, from basic understanding to more detailed analysis. Now let's look at the number of sections. The exam is divided into 3 sections. Each section progressively becomes more challenging. The first section might start with straightforward questions, and as you move to the second and third sections, the questions become more complex. This design is to test your comprehension skills at various levels. Lastly, the number of question types. There are 14 different types of questions used in the exam. These range from multiple choice to matching information, and each type is designed to test a different aspect of your reading skills. This variety ensures a thorough assessment of your ability to navigate and understand diverse texts. Understanding these key aspects of the IELTS reading exam format will help you prepare effectively. Remember, practice with these conditions in mind to build your confidence and skill. Let's talk about the different types of reading passages you'll encounter in the exam, whether you're taking the academic or general training version. Knowing these types will help you prepare effectively. First, let's talk about academic texts. These are passages derived from journals, research papers, and books. They cover a broad spectrum of subjects from sciences to humanities. Because of their source, these texts require a higher level of comprehension. They're designed to assess your ability to understand complex ideas and analyze detailed arguments, much like what you would need in a university setting. Now, onto general training texts. These passages are quite different because they focus on everyday materials that you might encounter in daily life. This includes advertisements, guides, and notices. The aim here is to simulate the kind of reading you would do in a practical context, like reading a job notice or following a set of instructions. These texts test your ability to grasp practical information and use it effectively. Understanding these 2 types of texts will help you target your study effectively. For the academic exam, focus on developing your analytical reading skills. For general training, practice your speed and accuracy in extracting relevant information from common formats you see in everyday life. Keep these distinctions in mind as you prepare, and you'll be well equipped to tackle the reading exam. Let's discuss the different types of questions you'll encounter in the IELTS reading section. Understanding these will help you prepare effectively for the test. First, let's talk about multiple choice questions. In this type, you are given a list of options and you must select the correct answer. These questions test your ability to pick out specific details from the text or to understand the overall idea of what you're reading. They require careful reading and sometimes the ability to infer meanings from context. Next, we have true, false, not given questions. These are designed to assess how well you can evaluate the accuracy of statements based on the text. You'll decide if statements are true, false, or if the information isn't included in the text at all. This type challenges you to distinguish between facts presented by the author, incorrect information, and data that is simply not mentioned. Moving on to match headings. Here, your task is to link headings with the appropriate paragraphs or sections of the text. This evaluates your grasp of the main ideas and the overall thematic structure of the passages. It's crucial to understand the central theme of each paragraph to succeed in this task. Next, we have match information questions. In these questions, you need to locate specific pieces of information within the text and match them to the options provided. This type may particularly test your scanning skills, as you need to find precise details quickly without necessarily reading every word in detail. Now, we have sentence completion questions. In this type, you'll be given sentences with gaps that you need to fill using information directly from the reading text. This type of question requires you to pay close attention to specific details within the text and understand how they fit into the overall context of the sentence. Next up, summary completion. Here you're tasked with completing a summary of a text segment by filling in missing words. This requires a good grasp of the text's overall structure and the detailed information it contains. It's crucial to identify the main points and understand how they are expressed throughout the passage. Then we have note completion. This is similar to summary completion, but involves filling in gaps in a structured note format. The challenge here is to organize information according to the given format, which helps in understanding and retaining the structure of the information presented. Now, let's look at short answer questions. These questions ask you to provide brief, concise answers to specific questions about the text. You'll need to sift through the text to find exact pieces of information and understand their implications. Let's discuss diagram label completion. In this type of question, you will be given a diagram, and you need to label parts of it using information from the reading text. This tests your ability to understand descriptive details and connect them to visual elements. It's crucial to pay attention to any descriptions that relate to the shapes, structures, or processes mentioned in the text to accurately label the diagram. Next, we have flowchart completion. Here, you'll encounter a flowchart that outlines a process or procedure, and you'll need to fill in the missing parts based on the text. This question type measures your ability to understand and follow sequences and processes described in the text. You'll need to grasp the chronological or logical order of steps to complete the flowchart correctly. Now, let's look at match features. This question type asks you to match specific features mentioned in the text with a provided list. It tests your ability to identify and correlate specific details and concepts within the text. This involves scanning for particular terms, definitions, or descriptions, and linking them to the appropriate terms in the list. Now, we have the yes, no, not given questions. This type requires you to evaluate statements based on the text and decide if they are confirmed, denied, or not addressed. It's crucial to differentiate between facts that are explicitly mentioned, contradicted, or completely absent in the passage. This task tests your attention to detail and your ability to discern subtle nuances in the text. Next, let's talk about match sentence endings. In this question type, you are given the start of a sentence and must select the correct ending from a list of options. This challenges your understanding of the text's ideas and your ability to follow complex arguments. It requires a good grasp of the logical flow of information and how conclusions or summaries are drawn in academic writing. Lastly, we have table completion questions. Here, you will need to fill in the blanks in a table that summarizes key information from the passage. This task tests your ability to organize and synthesize information presented in the text. It requires you to extract relevant details and place them in a structured format, which helps in visualizing and better understanding the data or narrative presented. Mastering these question types will enhance your ability to interact with a wide range of texts and extract necessary information efficiently. Practice these questions thoroughly to improve your overall performance in the reading section. Understanding how your responses are evaluated will help you approach the exam with more confidence. First, let's discuss the scoring criteria. In the reading test, every correct answer you provide earns you 1 mark. The total number of questions in the exam is 40, so the maximum score you can achieve is 40 marks. This means each question you answer correctly gets you 1 step closer to a perfect score. Next, we have no negative marking. This is great news for all test takers. In the reading section, there are no penalties for incorrect answers. You won't lose any marks for trying, so it's in your best interest to attempt to answer every question. This encourages you to take educated guesses, even if you're unsure about certain answers. Lastly, let's look at the grading scale. Your raw score, which is the total number of questions you answered correctly, is converted to the IELTS 9-band scale. This scale is used to consistently measure and report your reading ability. Even though you are scored out of 40, this score is then translated into a band score ranging from 1 to 9, where 9 represents an expert level of understanding, and 1 indicates the minimum comprehension level. Understanding these scoring details should give you a clear view of what to aim for during your preparation. Remember, each correct answer counts, and there's no harm in guessing where you need to, thanks to the absence of negative marking. Let's break down the scoring tables for the academic and general training modules. Understanding the scoring for the academic reading test is essential. To achieve a band score of 4, you need between 10 to 12 correct answers out of 40. As we aim higher for a band score of 5, you should target at least 15 correct answers. To advance to band 6, you're looking at around 23 correct responses. Now, to hit that coveted band 7, which many academic institutions regard as a sign of a good user, you'll need to correctly answer around 30 questions. Achieving a band 8, showing very good command of English, requires at least 35 correct answers. And for those exceptional individuals aiming for the top, a near-perfect score with 39 correct answers will land you a band 9. Moving on to the general training reading test, the scoring system is designed to reflect practical language proficiency. For a band score of 4, you will need to get 15 correct answers. Elevating to a band score of 5 requires at least 23 correct responses. To reach a competent user status with band 6, aim for 30 correct answers. Now, focusing on band 7, which signals to employers and immigration officials that you have a good command of English, you'll need to accurately answer around 35 questions. Band 8 is achieved with a strong score, and for the ultimate distinction of band 9, perfection is the key, with all 40 questions answered correctly. Particularly for bands 7 and 8, the stakes are high, as these scores can open doors to academic opportunities and professional advancements. Remember, each correct answer nudges your score upward, so leave no stone unturned and no question unanswered. While there is no penalty for incorrect answers, precision and practice are your best allies on the path to a high band score. Let's focus on crucial time management strategies that will help you navigate the IELTS reading section more efficiently. First, consider the division of time. You have 60 minutes to complete the reading section, which includes 3 parts. Ideally, you should allocate about 20 minutes for each section. However, for those taking the general training version, aim to complete the first 2 sections within 30 minutes total. This strategy allows you more time to tackle the typically more challenging 3rd section. Next, let's talk about time allocation per question. On average, try to spend about 1.5 minutes per question. It's important not to exceed this time limit on any single question initially. If you find a question difficult, mark it and move on. You can always return to it if time permits at the end. Now, On to the techniques of skimming and scanning, which are essential for effective time management. Skimming involves reading quickly to grasp the main ideas of the text. Focus on titles, headings, and especially the first and last sentences of paragraphs. These often contain key information that gives you a good sense of the passage's overall theme and structure. Scanning is about searching for specific details within the text, such as dates, names, or critical facts relevant to the questions. Unlike skimming, scanning doesn't involve reading everything. Instead, you're looking for particular pieces of information that answer the questions. By mastering these strategies, allocating time wisely, skimming for general ideas, and scanning for specific details, you'll enhance your ability to complete the reading section within the allotted time while addressing all questions effectively. Let's discuss some common pitfalls that many test takers encounter in the reading exam. First, let's talk about over-focusing on difficult questions. It's easy to get stuck trying to answer a tough question, but this can lead to wasted time. My advice: make a reasonable attempt, and if you're still unsure, move on. You can always come back to it later if time allows. This approach helps you maximize your efforts on questions you are more likely to answer correctly. Next, we have poor time management. This is a critical pitfall that can leave you with unanswered questions at the end of the test. To avoid this, practice pacing yourself with timed mock tests. Get used to the pressure of the exam conditions and learn how to allocate your time effectively across all sections. Thirdly, ignoring instructions. This mistake can cost you marks, especially in tasks where you're asked to write answers within a specific word limit or follow precise directions. Always read and follow the instructions carefully for each task. Knowing exactly what is required is crucial to ensuring that your answers meet the test's standards. Lastly, careless errors. These can happen to anyone, especially under exam stress. To minimize these, always take a moment to review your answers. Check for spelling accuracy and ensure that your responses are grammatically correct according to the question's requirements. By being aware of these common pitfalls and practicing these strategies, you can improve your performance and avoid unnecessary mistakes. We're going to focus on effective strategies for success in the exam. First, let's talk about enhancing your reading speed. To succeed in the IELTS reading section, it's crucial to read quickly and efficiently. Regular practice with academic texts is key. Try timing your reading sessions to gradually increase your speed while ensuring you still understand what you're reading. This balance is essential to cover more material in the limited time you have during the exam. Next, you need to develop your comprehension skills. An effective way to deepen your understanding and retention of information is to summarize paragraphs and predict content. This technique involves actively engaging with the text, summarizing what you read in your own words, and anticipating what might come next. This active engagement helps strengthen your grasp of complex material. Thirdly, familiarize yourself with the various question types. The reading section uses multiple question formats, and knowing how to tackle each one is crucial. Practice extensively with our reading materials. This includes working on mock papers and simulation exercises to master the different types of questions you will encounter. Understanding the format and expectations of each question type can significantly boost your confidence and accuracy. Lastly, diversify your reading sources. To develop a well-rounded reading ability, expose yourself to a wide array of English materials. This includes newspapers, scientific magazines, and novels. Each type of source offers different styles, structures, and vocabularies, which will help you become more adaptable and skilled at understanding various forms of written English. Remember, consistency and practice is the key to success. Keep pushing your limits, and you'll see great improvements. We're going to recap the key strategies that will ensure your success in the exam. Understanding and applying these strategies can greatly enhance your performance. So let's review them one more time. First, mastering the question types is essential. Each type of question in the reading test requires a specific approach and skill set. By understanding and practicing each question type, you can develop a successful reading strategy. This isn't just about recognizing what type of question it is, but also about knowing the best way to answer it efficiently and accurately. Next, let's discuss the benefits of regular practice. Consistent practice is the cornerstone of improvement. By regularly engaging with reading materials, you not only enhance your reading skills, but also become more familiar with the test format. This practice helps improve your time management skills, ensuring you can complete the test within the allotted time without feeling rushed. Finally, confidence in preparation. There's a direct correlation between thorough preparation and the confidence you bring into the test room. When you know you've prepared well, you approach the test with a mindset geared towards success. Confidence can significantly impact your ability to recall information quickly and respond to questions under exam conditions. In conclusion, your journey to success is built on a foundation of understanding the question types, engaging in consistent practice, and fostering confidence through thorough preparation. Remember, the goal is not just to pass the test, but to excel at it. Keep practicing, stay focused, and approach the test with confidence. Remember that every step you take in preparation brings you closer to achieving your desired score. We are excited to invite you to our free weekly IELTS workshops. These sessions are designed to help you excel in your IELTS exam with two main objectives. First, we offer live question practice. Our interactive sessions allow tutors to conduct live question practice. This gives you real-time experience in tackling questions with expert guidance. Second, we provide live tutor interaction. You can get immediate feedback by interacting with our tutors to clear any doubts. This personalized help allows you to ask questions and receive tailored advice. Don't miss out on this opportunity to enhance your exam preparation at no cost. Join us every week and take a step closer to achieving your goals. We look forward to seeing you there.